Welcome to another Speech with Susan. This is from Houston Area Parkinson's Society. It's a class that they offer on a little video working on exercises. This is working on your voice, strength of your voice, breath support, swallowing, and a little bit of cognitive exercise at the end. So let's get started. Welcome. All right, first thing we're going to be doing is an ah sound, holding it for about 20 seconds. And the purpose of this is to keep the breath support strong, filling up all 6 lobes of the lungs and using all of it with control of exhaling. So we're going to do an ah sound, holding it for about 20 seconds. So let's take a big deep breath. Here we go. Ah. Great. So what I'd like for you to do is pause the video and do it about 4 more times. If you can hold it longer than 20 seconds, great. Hold longer then. Then the next, okay, so pause, and now welcome back. The next exercise is to do a high-pitched E sound, one right after another, so we can work the tilting of the larynx, stretching the vocal cords, getting a higher pitch, keeping that melodic intonation. Parkinson's usually has a monotone style of voice, and we want to have those inflections because it's important as part of communicating to somebody, whether it's a question or a statement or anger or pleasure. Just our voice and how it is used is also very telling in what we're trying to communicate. So let's do that. We're going to do a high-pitched E, one right after another, holding it for about 3 to 5 seconds. So here we go. E. Good again. E. Again. E. Again. One more time. Good. Try to go as high as you can. Doesn't need to be necessarily loud, but it does need to be high. All right. Next part of the exercises that we do are called the Masako and Mendelssohn. Those are swallowing exercises. Masako is where you're sticking your tongue between your teeth and your lips. And swallowing. Not easy to do because your tongue always goes to the back, but here you're anchoring it with your teeth and lips, holding it forward. Posterior pharyngeal wall has to work a little bit harder. So we want to make sure we keep all the muscles that are needed for swallowing in good working order. So again, it's sticking the tongue out. And what you want to do is do it about 5 times. Now, sometimes it's not easy to do a dry swallow, so you take a sip of water, swallow normally, and then you have some residuals in your mouth that you can swallow again. Okay, if you've done that about 5 times, let's do the Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn is where you're stopping in the middle of the swallow. You're not breathing, you're holding your breath. The epiglottis, or the flap that's in your neck, is covering your airway, so you can't breathe. And then when you release, because you've held it for 2 to 3 seconds or longer, it flips back up and you're exhaling. So I'm going to take my glasses off so that you can see a little bit of strain in my face. My larynx goes up when I swallow, and then it stays up. And then I release, and there's a little bit of air that comes out as the exhalation because air has built up. You've got a positive air pressure, and when you release, it releases from your airway. So stop the video and do that about 5 times. It's a very good exercise for swallowing. Okay, welcome back. And the next swallowing exercise is called the shakur. And this one is where you're laying on a firm bed or a soft carpeted rug, and you lift just your neck up. You're looking at your feet, and you try to hold it for 60 seconds. Very difficult to do. And then release. And try that about a couple of times. I think it's going to be very difficult to hold for 60 seconds. So but that is a very good exercise. Now the next exercise that I want to work with you on is cervical exercises. So we've been working deep muscles for swallowing and voice, but these muscles are supportive muscles for swallowing and voice. So we're going to do our chin to our right shoulder. We're going to hold for about 20 seconds. And you're stretching the muscles on the left side of the neck. Okay, chin to the left shoulder. Feel that stretch on that right side that has been contracted, and you're holding this for about 20 seconds. Okay, right ear to right shoulder, drop your left, pull it back, chin at 2 o'clock position. Okay, left ear to left shoulder, drop your right, pull it back, chin at 10 o'clock position. Okay, last one is just chin to chest. Okay, very good. Now, the next exercise I'm just going to explain to you because it will take a couple of minutes to do, and we're kind of having little short videos here, so it'll kind of make it a little bit too long. But it is oral motor, and you're puckering your lips, holding it for 60 seconds. Last 10 seconds, you pull tighter because you've released a little bit, but we want to keep these muscles, the orbicularis muscles, taut, straight, where they make a good labial seal. Okay, then after you hold it for 60 seconds, then you switch to a smile, and you feel that sensation of these muscles being contracted. And you make sure your lips are sealed because the whole purpose of this exercise is labial closure, so that you can monitor the saliva that you're producing and swallow. We swallow about 1,000 times a day. We produce about 600 milliliters of saliva a day, maybe more, maybe less, depending on if you're on medications or because of a disease process. So what we want to do is be able to maintain that saliva, swallow when we normally do, because it'll, as we age, we are a little bit more forward, gravity's going to pull that saliva out of our mouth. Okay, so last exercise is breath support. We're going to do this where you inhale through the nose for a count of 3 seconds, exhale through the nose for a count of 8 seconds. So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. We've got the exercises out of the way. Now we're going to do something fun. This is the continuation of the last video. We're just doing some analogies. Some might be a little bit tricky, or they may be very easy for you. But let's try some. Runner is to sneakers as hiker is to probably boots or hiking boots, but we just probably would say boots. 17 is to teenager as 55 is to middle age. Food is to eat as liquid is to drink. Mustache is to lip as beard is to, this one would be cheeks and chin. People are to doctors as animals are to veterinarians. Village is to city as cabin is to, there could be a number of mansion, castle, because you're looking at something really, really big. Tall is to high as short is to low. Caterpillar is to butterfly as tadpole is to frog or toad. Baseball player is to cap as football player is to helmet. Brown is to hair as green is to eyes. So brown is a hair color, green is a eye color. Soap is to wash as knife is to cut. Cow is to farm as deer is to forest. Apple is to fruit as pumpkin is to vegetable. But I think that's a question as to whether pumpkins are vegetables or fruits. I think someone brought that up to my attention one time. All right, thank you for joining me. This is Speech with Susan. I'm Susan Scoggins. I am a speech pathologist with Houston Area Parkinson's Society, and it's a pleasure and honor to be working with them. I put YouTube videos out monthly for them, and also I teach a speech class on Thursdays from 10:30 to 11:30. And there's other speech classes. I think there's one on Monday, and there might be one on Tuesdays. And there's also physical therapy, Tai Chi, yoga, wonderful classes. And they've got a great resource for caregivers and for people with Parkinson's. Take care. I'll see you next month.